mind, looking for a dime. James Locke in the house, gonna help you shine.
Welcome to the Pool Locke YouTube channel. I'm James Locke. Today we're going to answer some of the Ask James questions of the day. Our first question is from Allison. She's wondering, how important is it for me to have a living trust? All right, Allison, great question about the importance of having a living trust, especially when it comes to securing your retirement income. And we're always trying to reduce risk and keep volatility in mind. Let's dive into what a living trust entails and why it might be beneficial for you. Essentially, a living trust allows you to dictate how your assets are managed and distributed during your lifetime and after your passing. Now, unlike a will, which goes through probate, a living trust can help your heirs avoid the potentially lengthy and costly probate process. Now, why is avoiding probate important? Well, probate involves court supervision to ensure that your will is valid and that your assets are distributed according to your wishes. This process can take time and may involve legal fees, which could reduce the amount your heirs ultimately receive. Now, with a living trust, assets placed into the trust during your lifetime can bypass probate altogether. This means your beneficiaries can receive their inheritance more quickly with less hassle. It also provides privacy, since the trust document remains private compared to a will, which becomes a matter of public record. However, it's essential to note that a living trust isn't the only way to avoid probate. For instance, assets such as retirement accounts, IRAs, 401ks, annuities, and life insurance policies can pass directly to beneficiaries you designate. Similarly, some states allow for real estate to transfer outside of probate through mechanisms like beneficiary deeds or joint tenants with rights of survivorship. So, whether you need a living trust depends on your specific circumstance and estate planning goals. If you have a straightforward estate with primarily non-probate assets like those I mentioned, you may not need a living trust to achieve your objectives. However, there are distinct advantages to having a living trust beyond probate avoidance. It can provide continuity in managing your assets if you become incapacitated. It allows you to outline specific conditions for how and when beneficiaries receive their inheritance, and even protect your assets from certain creditors. So, in other videos, I've explored kind of these benefits further and discussed how that living trust can fit into a comprehensive retirement income strategy that prioritizes stability and predictability, right? So you have to kind of go through our other videos to kind of look at the other trust pieces on that. Great question, though. And hey, thanks for the awesome question, right? And if you have a question, like Allison did, I'm happy to answer it, right? You can email that question to poollocke@poollocke.com. And we'll move on to the second question today. This is from Janice. Janice says, most of my money is in IRA assets, and I'm worried about the government forcing me to spend it down. And if that happens, I won't be able to self-insure against medical expenses. What should I do? All right, we're going to dive deeper into managing IRA assets in retirement with that focus on income generation and mitigating risks. So the concern about required minimum distributions, RMDs, that's what we're talking about, is valid, especially if you're relying on your IRA for retirement income. RMDs are mandated withdrawals from traditional IRAs that begin at age 73, and failing to withdraw the required amount can result in substantial penalties. So this, requirement can indeed force you to deplete your IRA faster than you might prefer, potentially impacting your ability to self-insure against medical expenses or maintain your desired standard of living in retirement. So here's the strategy. You want to structure your investments within your IRA to generate sufficient interest and dividends to cover those RMDs. This approach allows you to avoid tapping into principal of your IRA unnecessarily. Now, why is this important? When you withdraw from the principal of your IRA to satisfy RMDs, you're essentially depleting your retirement nest egg. Not only do you lose the potential for that money to grow further, but you also incur taxes on the withdrawn amount, which further reduces your net worth. Instead, if you focus on investments that produce consistent income through dividends and interest, you can use these earnings to meet your RMD obligations. This way, you're not diminishing the principal of your IRA. Rather, you're using the income generated by your investments to fund your retirement needs. Moreover, income-oriented investments like dividend-paying stocks, bonds, certain annuities can provide stability and predictability to your retirement income stream. By strategically allocating your IRA assets into these income-generating vehicles, you're not only satisfying RMDs, but also potentially growing your net worth over time, even after taxes. Now, regarding concerns about rising healthcare costs and the potential erosion of purchasing power due to inflation, this income-first strategy becomes even more critical. Healthcare expenses tend to rise faster than general inflation, so preserving the purchasing power of your retirement assets is paramount. By ensuring that your IRA withdrawals are primarily funded through income rather than principal, you're better positioned to maintain your lifestyle and protect against future medical expenses. In summary, while RMDs are mandatory and cannot be avoided, how you approach them can significantly impact your long-term financial health. By focusing on generating income within your IRA, you can potentially enhance your retirement security, minimize tax burdens, and maintain flexibility to meet unforeseen expenses down the road. Hey, great questions today. And as always, if you would like to send in your questions, you can do so by emailing them to poollocke@poollocke.com. And if you like what you heard today, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. I'm James Locke, your retirement income source. I'll see you next time.
Money on my mind, looking for a dime. James Locke in the house, gonna help you shine. Retirement is near, don't you live in fear. Listen up, my friend, let me make it clear.